there's something about that.
Your heavyweight champion from North Carolina State, Nick Gwiazdowski.
Nick, you have to explain this to what happened after the injury timeout. You chose to let him up and not even cut into that riding time. What was that? We'll talk about that decision.
We knew he'd get that riding time point anyway, but if we take neutral, he won't get an escape point. So at worst, it's 2-2. All right. And where we were with, already had that one warning. He had one attempt. We were comfortable. I was comfortable. I could take him down again. So.
Why were you comfortable with the fact that you could take him down? I mean, the fact that
I just took him down in injury time. That really, it's something when you see your opponent do, it's like something's water. There's blood in the water, you got to attack. And I went ankle comeback tape. I didn't know he got hurt, but anyway, it's just, I knew I could get to that shot. I just didn't pull the trigger in the beginning periods. And just went after.
Nick, did part of that confidence come from the fact that you were taking him down a lot last summer in Stillwater? I mean, obviously in a folk style match where you do a lot of mat wrestling, there's no advantage to the takedown, but clearly you've taken him down before.
Yeah, I knew I needed to get my feet to his body quicker with my hips, so just pressure release off the head and that kind of stuff. And I knew every time I've gotten to a leg this tournament, I've been attacking and getting my hips in, driving through with my head. And after that first one I got in the first period that went out of bounds, I knew I could take this guy down.
Nick, you have obviously a lot of confidence, but he just got done riding you for 2 minutes. Did not do anything to you to either hurt your confidence or at least kill some energy in you?
But it hurt my confidence from bottom, I'll tell you that much. But I felt him breathing heavy on top of me, you know, and once I do that, I start controlling my breathing to relax a little bit. So, and I figured with that injury time, let's take bottom to get out, or let's take neutrals so I don't have to risk that anymore. Because then he's on his knees, he's not on his ankle, whatever. So.
Think of your days as a youth growing up in Albany and just imagining what your wrestling career would be like. Was winning the NCAAs part of that journey, and what's it like for you now that you've actually achieved that, even, you know, and at a pretty young part of your career?
Yeah. Right now I can't really believe it. I grew up in a small town, probably 80 kids a graduating class, and a lot of them I'm still in contact with. So he's passed after the quarterfinals when I'm All-American again. My Facebook, Twitter, text message been blown up. You know, good luck. People I don't even know, you know, texting me, Facebooking me, you know, good luck. Capital Region Section 2 is behind you. So, you know, when you have that many people rooting for you, and it's not even from my school, you know, we're a basketball school. But now we got a national champion in wrestling, so.
yeah, that's right.
Nick, will you talk a little bit more about the people back home? Obviously, you left that area.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense, so they didn't feel betrayed. You know what I'm getting at?
No, the people that cared about me when I left Binghamton, even at Binghamton, other students and friends, you know, they knew what I was going for. I was going to win a national title somewhere. So whether I did it there or here, I still talk to those people. I was texting them before, you know, watch ESPN. You know, I'm going to be on tonight, 9 o'clock. So, no hard feelings between any of them.
Nick, your weight class was loaded this year. People were beating themselves back and forth, and nobody went through the year about perfect. What made the difference for you in the last couple weeks that made you prepared to take on all these real tough challengers? I mean, there's nothing easy about any of the roads to the finals here.
I guess just being confident in what I do. Again, like I mentioned yesterday, working out with Tervel, that's a huge help. He's a huge help. He's a good friend of mine now. And just being confident in what I do. You know, not a lot of guys can wrestle like me. And I go out there nervous, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sweating, I'm in the wrong corner. I'm following around David Taylor and Logan because I'm like, what goes on now? But now I'm one of them, you know. Just sticking with what I know, I guess. You know, not forcing anything, keeping within myself.
One more question I just want to ask you. The fact that you're wrestling a Big Ten heavyweight, you're wrestling a Big Ten heavyweight, the conference is known for the heavyweights. The fact that you never really saw them during the regular season except for maybe the scuffle, were you ever feel a disadvantage?
No, because I wrestled Nelson, I wrestled McMullen. Couldn't beat me in December, so I wrestled arguably the 3 best guys during the year. You know, outside of Telford, I guess, and I've wrestled Chop Hunt before. And part of it is they go through a Big Ten schedule where they're beating up you every weekend. You know, you're wrestling number 2, number 3 ranked guy. And our schedule is paced. You know, I wrestled some top 20 guys. I wrestled, I think, 15 out of the coaches bowl. So I see decent guys, and I also see the top 2 guys I need to beat. So I got to get a taste of everything.
You talked a bit about the legacy of North Carolina State heavyweight champions, and now you're on that list. When you've gotten one, do you start thinking about more than one?
You do. When I came to NC State, Frank Beasley told me I was going to be a 3-time national champion with what we can do there. The first step, it was always in the back of my mind. I'm not going to lie, coming up to today, during this hotel room, I'm like, you know, worst I can do is second, you know, so, you know, that's good, but at the same time, it's like, I beat this guy before, you know, I can do it again, you know, and if anything, I got better since that point. So, just stayed focused and kept in the back of my mind, and I think about it the most when I'm out there. I think about my friends, my family. You know, it's like, let's do it for them. You know, they're back at home watching. You know, they're cheering for me. So.
Nick, did you watch last year's NCAA's? And in a sense, did you scout him at all?
I think he's, like I said yesterday, he's good at what he does. And outside of those things, if you could exploit him, you can exploit him. You get angles, that kind of stuff. He's strong, he's tall, and he knows what he's good at. He's good at top wrestling, he's good at defense. So if you work your offense on him, he doesn't come back too well from a hole. You know, no offense to Tony, he's a very good wrestler, but that's one of the things we know about him. He'll win a 1-0 match any day of the week. So I just knew if I score points, it would benefit me. But.
Okay, Nick, congratulations.
Thank you.